of such theory, the dialogue between characters in fiction is obvious. The invitation to read anything can be regarded as an imposition and so inherently impolite. Nevertheless, politeness does have a role in the communicative flow between author and reader. Next is Brown and Levinson's post-politeness theory. Brown and Levinson proposed structurally valid theory of politeness rooted in the concept of maintaining space consisting of both negative and positive aspects. The first is negative phase, refers to the desire for freedom of action and freedom from imposition. Like phase when someone stands to pause while having conversations, it means feeling one's personal space is being invaded, challenging their sense of freedom. And three is positive phase, involves the need for appreciation from others and the maintenance of positive self-image. The phase when we are praising someone for their work or accomplishments, it means it will boosting the person's self-worth and self-image through acknowledgement and appreciation. Next is Leeds politeness. Politeness theory revolves around minimizing the expression of impolite beliefs and maximizing the expression of polite beliefs. Scholar method of politeness varies based on the level of imposition on the listener. Maxim of politeness: modesty, tact, approbation, sympathy, generosity, agreement as guiding principle. And next is relation-based politeness. Is the relation level change according to the closeness of the relationship between speakers. And language tools for politeness, use of indirectness, mitigating language, or markers to enhance politeness. And next is interest principle in language is exploring the use of hyperbole and rhetoric to maintain interest in narrative. The example in real-life application, review of a performance where mitigating language is used despite the severity of the situation, possibly to protect self-esteem or maintain a level of politeness despite the known circumstances. Next, Victor will explain.
Okay, I will explain about politeness and literacy discourse, specifically focusing on fast-threatening acts, FTA. Fast-threatening acts, it refers to action in communication that can potentially threaten or harm an individual past. There is social, identity, or self-esteem. These are several types of FTA. Violation of politeness principles. This involve violating politeness principle in communication, like conveying personal information or disturbing privacy. Example: imagine asking someone about their excessive weight. It's a direct violation. Violation of social norms. This type relates to touching or violating social norms within a culture. Example: making jokes about sensitive topics like religion or ethnic is a classic example. Violation of cooperation principle. This occurs when there's a violation of the cooperation principle in communication, like conveying false information or deceiving. Example: think of spreading false gossip about someone. Violation of politeness norms. Here we talk about violating specific politeness norms in communication, such as not giving a greeting when entering Example, initiating a conversation without giving a greeting first is a prime example. Okay, this is an example of fast returning acts, FA, that we often encounter in our daily interaction. First is a artwork critique. Example, in my opinion, this painting has not yet reached the expected standards. When offering criticism, it's crucial to work carefully to provide feedback without threatening the artist's face. And then ethical communication. Example, are you comfortable talking about this personal experience? Explanation. Politely inquiring about personal topics demonstrates our commitment to ethical communication, avoiding the violation of politeness principles. Avoiding social stereotypes. Example, I believe everyone has potential, regardless of their background. Explanation is steering clear of social stereotypes contributes to maintaining politeness norms and respecting the diversity within our community. Sharing accurate information. An example, let's ensure we verify facts before expressing further information. Explanation is emphasizing the importance of honesty and accuracy in communication, reflects our commitment to the cooperation and prevents the spread of misinformation. Last, greeting as an act of politeness. Example, good morning everyone, how are you today? This example, initiating a conversation with polite greeting is a simple yet powerful act that positively contributes to our social interaction. Here are the level of politeness in interaction between characters at the character-to-character level. Number 1, polite interaction in dialogue. The dialogue containing inherently polite interaction is often characterized by courteous language and offers. An example is, wouldn't you like some more broth? A polite offer. No, thank you very much. It is awfully good. It's a polite refusal softened by praise. Then number 2, quarrels and impolite dialogue. Interaction where characters engage in impolite dialogue often involve disagreements or conflicts. Example is, you can die if you don't give up. Where did you read that? You're such a bloody fool. A confrontational exchange indicating a lack of politeness. Next example of a domestic argument. An argument about cremation is in Memento Mori by Muriel Spark, where character express contrasting views with varying degrees of politeness. The discussion involved aggressive statements, attempts to control conversation, and the use of mitigating device, demonstrating the complexity of politeness in asymmetrical relationship. Verbal aggression in domestic interaction. An example is, how is the beautiful red dress, Mr. Wilson? Are you feeling better, Francis Neighbor? An impolite and sarcastic remark. In this example, Miss Comber apparently polite terms marks the true meaning, showcasing verbal aggression and irony in addressing her husband and Mr. Wilson. This is an example of politeness dynamics in everyday interaction. Number one, polite refusal in daily conversation. Example, would you like some more coffee? No, thank you. I've had enough. This example, politeness is maintained by declining and over with gratitude, avoiding direct negativity. Disagreement with mitigating device. Example, I understand your point, but I see it differently. Explanation, expressing disagreement politely by acknowledging the other's perspective while presenting an alternative view. Avoiding confrontation in social settings. Example, I'm not sure what that idea, but let's explore other options. This example softening disagreement to maintain harmony in a social or personal context. Using humor to soften criticism. Example, your presentation was engaging. I almost forgot to ask a question. This example employing humor to soften constructive criticism in a professional setting. And last, expressing gratitude in interaction. Example, thank you for your input. I appreciate your insight. This example acknowledging and appreciating someone's contribution to a discussion or project.
Okay, that's all for our group. If you guys have a question, feel free to ask.
How does the concept of West in Broad and Levinson's politeness theory help us understand the nuances of social interaction and importance of politeness in different cultures? Thank you.
Any questions? I'm Syarif from Group 9. I will ask you guys how can irony and metaphor affect politeness in communication, and how can they use challenge readers, and give the example. Thank you. Any questions, guys?
Chelsea, can you move to the first slide? After the slide. What is the differences of the negative phase and positive phase, and then give me one example. But the sentence is same. Okay, thank you.
Okay, any question? Okay, I will answer my fifth question. How does the concept of phase in Brown and Levinson politeness theory help us understand the nuances of social interaction and the importance of politeness in different cultures? Brown and Levinson politeness theory provides a framework for understanding the role of politeness in social interaction, emphasizing the concept of phase and its positive and negative aspect. The theory suggests that individuals aim to maintain both negative phase, the desire for freedom of action and freedom from imposition, and positive phase, the need for appreciation from others and the maintenance of a positive self-image during communication. Negative phase. This refers to the desire for autonomy and freedom from imposition. For example, when someone stands too close during a conversation, it can be perceived as a threat to one negative phase, as it might feel like a violation of personal space and a challenge to their sense of freedom. And then positive phase involve the need for appreciation from others and the maintenance of a positive self-image. For instance, praising someone for their work or accomplishment can contribute to their positive face by boosting their self-worth and self-image through acknowledgement and appreciation. The theory insight into this aspect of face provides a nuanced understanding of how politeness is manifested in various social interactions across different cultures, shedding light on the complex dynamics of communication and social relationships.
That's all. Thank you for your answer.
Yes. I will answer a simple question. How can irony and metaphor affect politeness in communication, and how can their use challenge reader? Please provide examples. Okay. Irony and metaphor can impact politeness in communication by adding layers of meaning that might be interpreted differently by readers. Irony, when used in a polite context, might convey a message indirectly, softening criticism or expressing something without appearing confrontational. For example, saying "great job" ironically to someone who made a mistake could subtly convey the opposite meaning. Metaphors, on the other hand, can challenge readers by requiring them to decipher the comparison. In terms of politeness, metaphors might be used to communicate sensitive topics indirectly. For instance, describing a challenging situation as navigating a mess could metaphorically convey the complexity of the issue without being too direct or potentially offensive. Both devices add complexity to communication, potentially challenge reader to interpret the intended meaning correctly. Misinterpretation of irony or metaphor could lead to misunderstanding of confusion. affecting the intended politeness or makes it conflict. Did my answer everything asked, Cindy? Are there any additional answer from others? No? Okay, thanks.
Okay, I will answer Risha's questions. The question is the differences between positive and negative phase with the example. First is the positive phase. Positive phase refers to an individual's need for wishes and desires to be appreciated in a social context, which is the maintenance of a positive and consistent self-image. Positive phase can use like when you complimenting someone on their work or appearance and make them feel good about themselves and appreciated. And for the negative phase, it refers to an individual's need for freedom of action, freedom for imposition, and the right to make their own decision. It means negative phase can use when you declining an invitation or request without providing a direct reason, or maintaining your freedom of action and not being imposed upon. The example like positive phase is you did an excellent job on that project, and I'm really impressed with your dedication and hard work. And for the negative phase is the example, I have a busy schedule, but I might be able to make it to you even if you finish my work early. Do you understand? Anyone have addition from this? If you guys have any questions, if you guys don't have any question,
No question?
no, we end the presentation. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.